Good morning, afternoon, evening. You are welcome to the Sister Hold My Hand. I love saying it that way. My name is
Love it.
Kemi Oyeshala, and I'm the founder of How to Think Global Solutions. And I have with me my other sister. Her name is Annette. Don't say your surname. Don't say, because I had to look for it earlier. I don't remember her surname. Go ahead.
Dunkin', Dunkin', like in Dunkin' Donuts, but not spelled the
Duncan!
same way.
Annette Duncan! She helped me.
Yes, it's
Annette Duncan,
so good to
and
be
I
with
will let her
you,
introduce
Kemi.
herself. Go ahead, ma'am.
Hi, everyone. Hello, sisters and friends. It's so good to be with Kemi today. It's so good to be a part of the Sister Hold My Hand movement. I am happy to be here today to join in the conversation and to see how we can move forward positively. Let's do this, Kemi.
Yes, let's do this. I have to say, um, I think I'm partial towards Annette, but let's just carry it. Just set outside. We'll kind of delete. I'm joking. But it's always nice to do stuff with sisters. And I'm so grateful to
Yes,
Dr. Ava, who is the founder of
yes,
Sister Hold My Hand, who suggested,
absolutely.
two people, do it with somebody. At first, I thought, look, I'm a lone ranger. Let me just say what I need to say and go. I did the first one on my own. If you haven't watched that one, you need to go into our videos or
Go
go
back.
under live and you will see us there. And
Yeah.
then we've done a second one. I did that with Roberta, and now I'm doing this one with Annette, and it's just beautiful doing it together with someone. So let's look at thinking practices for a resilient thought process. Now, you want to notice, like I always say, the meanings of words first. Get the meaning, the etymology. It gives you a root, a deep root of what you're really talking about. Because English is not an original language. English came out of either Latin, Old French, Indo-English, Proto-Indo-English stuff. So you want to understand the meaning of words. Even though I teach people to find out of how to think, I don't have a definition. So I'm constantly having to look at
Yeah.
the dictionary. So let me tell you the meaning of the word think. And I just do Google. I don't waste my time. So it says to think means to have a particular opinion, belief, or idea about someone or something. To have a particular opinion, belief, or idea about someone or something. And we're talking about resilient thought processes. So know that it's a process. It's moving forward. So it's movement. It's not arrival, boom, boom, I'm there. No, it changes. And so one thing you need to be is humble, no matter how old you are. Humble yourself to learning from people. The people God will send you, the sun, the moon. It could talk, a movie, a song, a sheet of paper, the letter, or it could speak. You would hear teachings when you're humble, not when you are, oh no, high and mighty, I know. And especially if you're really good at what you do and you get people
Right.
hailing you, oh yeah, I don't like people hailing me. It's dangerous because
It
your head
is.
just, and you
It
think, yeah.
is.
So I always tell people, stop it, don't make me a king. Stop it. Just go.
Yes,
I'm learning. So you also say something so I can pick from that. And I'm sure Annette is going to do that with me today. So
absolutely.
what does it mean to practice? So let's look at that. Thinking practices for a resilient thought process. A practice is the actual application or use of an idea, belief, or method. Ooh, we have the word belief in the meaning of think. The actual, so it's an actual application or use of an idea, belief, or method, as opposed to theories relating to it. So we can talk from now till tomorrow. But when your feet hit the ground, that's when we are practicing, not when we are seated here and we are talking all about it. So the things we share here, make sure that you go and practice it. You practice that belief. You practice that idea. You practice that method. So like I said, I'm the founder of How to Think Global Solutions. And I'm grateful that God sent me on this journey. When he did, I wasn't happy because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to do business. I thought, Nobody else is doing how to think. So where am I going to learn it? Everybody else was doing mindset, not thought set. So that's the huge difference. And another huge difference is your thoughts set your mind. So when we say your mindset, how did your mind get set? So your mind is set like you build a house and it has 4 walls. Anyway, a structure that holds it. And that determines what happens in that room in the house, depending on the size, the structure that keeps it its size, how high the ceiling is, stuff like that. Likewise, your mind is set with something. The materials that set the house in which I'm sitting is based on the steel rods and the cement and the paint and the paper and a foundation that is made out of cement, mud, sand, whatever it is. So it depends on the quality of the material that you use to set the house, that you use to set your mind, that will determine the kind of mindset you have. So what's the quality of your thinking? It's not the quantity. We have between 60,000 and 80,000 thoughts a day. Science tells us, research tells us that up to 95 to 98% of them are negative and repeated thoughts. Negative thoughts, kick them out the door. Repeated thoughts, should I do this? I really should do this. Should I do this? You thought it yesterday, but maybe I should do it today. I'll do it by 5 o'clock. No, I'm not going to do it 5. I'm going to do it next week. No, okay, next week comes. No, you just occupying your mind. What the quality of those thoughts is low. So that means 1 to 2%. 1 to 2%. I remember Roberta, Annette said that in our LinkedIn audio. If you don't come for our LinkedIn audio, come on Thursdays at 1 p.m. PMT.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
So, you've got to look at the quality, because the quality of whatever builds this house will determine whether it's going to crash one day or it's going to stand the test of time.
If I could just jump in right there, Kemi, not to cut you off. You're saying that reminds me of the saying, what you think on most, you create. So if 95% of our thoughts are repeatedly negative, that is not an environment for forward moving, forward thinking, active, practical, positive behavior. So it goes back to what you're saying. It's not the quantity. It's not how much of it there is. Because if 95% of it is negative, by any measure, that is not success.
That is powerful.
Right? It's what, I remember us having a similar conversation in that same audio room. And it occurred to me, if 95% of what we think causes us to move away from what we desire, from what we want for ourselves, we're literally creating or setting ourselves up for our own demise. Back to you, Kemi. It's a powerful position to really bring ourselves to the understanding that, look, I've got some control here. I got some power in this. I love that. Was a realization for me. It really was.
I like that. I love that word, control.
Yes.
I've started calling our thinking our control room. The place where manufacturing goes on. Because it's your invisible that creates your visible. Just like Annette said, that she's realized that how did she put it? That the more often you think about something, it forms it. How does Florence Scovel, no, it was Wallace Wattles that says, he said that what a person continues to think on is what is formed. So what you actually see is formed by what you are thinking. It is the invisible, because thoughts are invisible. Even if you open your brain, you can't see the thought. But if there you go. Electrodes and stuff, they'll pick up signals that she's afraid, or she's thinking that they can't tell you what you're thinking. That's how
Absolutely.
thoughts are. And that's why your
Powerful.
thoughts must be resilient.
Yes,
Thinking
absolutely.
practices for a resilient thought process. I'm just looking for where I wrote it this morning. Yeah, by that word, no, use no, no.
While you're looking for that, Kimmy, I'll add,
Yeah, go ahead.
in any other way that we use it, right? We can think of it, as I just said, what you think on most, you create. There's another saying, what you fear most, you create. The Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he, right? There are so many, there's so many tenets, there's so many points of view and perspectives that from which we can look at this. And all of them basically are saying the same thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Whatever your position today, whatever culture you're from, whatever it is, from wherever it is from which you join us, think of it that way, that there is a tenet in your culture that says it is better to control your life from a positive thought space. You have that control. I mean,
thank you for saying that, because it's true that adage, that principle, for as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Plus, you have, when you are created with a spirit, 3 spirits specifically, that he gave you. If you don't believe in God, I do, but he gave you an spirit of love, a spirit of power, and a spirit of self-control. Self, not somebody else control, self. Your thoughts can only control you. Your thoughts affect you. When I read a disease is evidence of a disease of a mind not at ease. Disease is evidence of a mind not at ease. Now we know that the building blocks of the mind are the thoughts. So what uneasy thoughts have you been entertaining, harboring, that have caused disease? I have a viral post on Facebook, how cancer comes. And people are just like, oh, okay. Why are people just, because they're thinking, I have cancer. My auntie had cancer. My cousin had cancer. You know, cancer is, in fact, some women are all at the point where, well, women are getting it all the time, so I'm going to get it. Some women are already thinking that way. And you see, disease is not a function of something from outside, it's something from within you. Because if you keep thinking, I might get a cold, it's the flu. In fact, we've given you a season, flu season. God didn't create, he created only 4. We've added one of disease, flu season. So thinking practices for a resilient thought process, number 1 thinking practice, I'll give you 3. Number 1 is want to win. Want to win. You can say it from now till tomorrow. There are certain things that people do to show that they want to win. They take certain steps. Remember, the meaning of practice is the actual application or use of an idea, a belief, or a method. So I'm going to share beliefs or methods or ideas with you today. Go and practice it. Some of us say we want to win, we don't. Because you have to practice what you are saying for us to know, and even for you to know. So you need to want it. I use an acronym called READY. I created that acronym, READY, based on how people will come to me when I first started coaching. I need you. I know it's the way I'm thinking that's wrong. I need your help, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, okay, right, let's go. And they, yeah, make payment, we start. 3 sessions in, they balk. What, like, hello, where did you go? First person, second person. So I thought it was my coaching. So you're too hard, you're too strong, you're too this, you don't let people go, you don't let them get away with it. I said, well, I'm not supposed to let them get away. Like, I was talking to myself. Then I sat down one day and I started thinking. I said, there is an answer, because I believe problems exist because there are solutions. Problems don't exist. No, there is a solution.
Everything is figure outable, they say. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought, and I said, oh, they're not ready. So I said, okay, how do I teach them to be ready? So I created the acronym. If you're not ready to run a race, When they say on your marks and you get on there and they say get set and you lift yourself up, you will not go when the gun goes up because you ain't ready.
Yeah.
And some people are so not ready, they won't even come and get on their marks. Some of them get on their marks, then they stand up and they're stretching their legs and they're walking around because they are not ready. And so the guy that's going to say go says, okay, take some time, and they walk around. If they do it like 2 or 3 times, they call them for a conversation. What's up? You're not ready? Yeah. So when you're not ready for something, you won't run. You won't win. You've got to be ready to win. That ready acronym stands for the word ready or ripe. Like when a fruit is ripe, it's ready. It's ready. Say, are you saying that? You are equipped, the E, you are equipped for what you are into, because nobody forced you to get into it. A, you need to be available as well. I noticed that they were not available for their sessions. They won't come. Oh, my uncle came, my auntie came, I was eating late, oh, I have a headache. I thought, no, never doing this again. So when people hire me now, I just say, if you miss a session, we are going to dim it as hell. If you don't tell me at least 24 hours before, or you just keep, I have a client right now who he has had 2 sessions, I think. And he started giving excuses. It's Christmas. It's my family. It's this. Can I come back? No. So I said, that's it. I'm not working like this. Let me know when you're ready. I'm not putting any more dates in my diary. He gave me yet another. I said, okay, you're not ready. When you are ready. And so you can't do anything till you're ready. Even God is not going to pull your hair and say, so want to win. That's the first step. Want to win. REA, you need to adjust some things and you need to make yourself available. So you need to adjust it so that you're available, because your life was one way. Now you have to be doing whatever it is. Yeah. Then D, decide. That word decide has to do like suicide. That side bit talks of death. So when you decide is the death of all else for this one thing. That thing does not, nothing else exists. This way I'm going. And you see the way I'm talking, you've got to be strong. You can't wait for so and so comes. What if the motivator doesn't come? Are you just going to die? You're just going, I want to be motivated. You can never be motivated. You can be inspired, but you can be self-motivated, not motivated from outside. Don't even wait for that. Learn it, practice it. Next thing you need to, no, and the why means yes. Yes, I'm doing this. Yes, I mean, it's the opposite of no. It's a yes or a no. It's not a maybe. It's not a perhaps. It's not a let's see. Yeah, no. Yes. And when you are at this place, when you practice these things, you realize that you don't talk to too many people, because you will notice that many of the people around you are not like this. They're not yes people. I'm achieving this. They are not decide people. They say it could be this or it could be this. I'm not too sure. Let's give it a try. And we don't use that word try, because try means, well, I'm going to pick up this book and I'll just see if you can see the book. Yeah, where is the book? All right, now, okay, this is the book. All right. So I'm going to try this book. I'm going to read this book, but I'm going to try to read it. No, we don't use try, because try means you've left a spot for failure. So you can come, hey, Annette, I did try, but you set yourself up for failure. So what do you say instead? I'm going to read the book.
Yes.
I'm going to read it. I'm going to do it. We don't know how. You're not God. I'm not God. We don't know how it's going to work out, whether it will work out, but you're going to read the book. So number 1, practice is to want to win. Sit down and watch yourself win. Imagine what you're going to look like, how you're going to feel. Today, this afternoon, I was putting my hands up, I have some teeth missing and a feeling came out. Something I did, is it a month? No, maybe 2-3 months ago. And I said, I'm not seeing a dentist. Lord, I want my teeth back. All my teeth, I want them back. So I started to visualize it growing. So every time I have pain, I just say, oh, those are the growing pains. That's how my imagination is. So I started screaming. I said, yeah, it's coming, because I'm thinking. That's a thought that, oh, yeah, these are growing pains. It's about to. They're just showing up. They're happening everywhere. Yeah. So then I thought, whoa, you tell somebody that your teeth grew, they won't believe it. Take a picture. Take a picture of the 2 missing here and the hole there and the 1 missing. Oh, I couldn't take a picture of the 1 up. I used my phone. I took it close. So that when it grows by, it says the same person. See what God has done. See what my thinking process. I didn't stop. So number 1, that's 1 practice. Practice winning. Practicing yourself change. So I put my hands up. Yeah. is I'm going to be jubilating. I mean, get excited.
Yes, yes.
Practice winning. Don't wait till it happens. It has happened in your thinking because things are created twice. First in your thoughts, and then when it is manifest in your hand. First in
Yeah.
your thoughts, then when it is manifest. I'm looking for the book. Oh gosh, the background. Okay, so number 2 is know that you will win. Know it. Know. You've got to agree with it. That God has given you, if you believe he made you, if you believe something else made you, I don't have a problem with that. I know who made me. He has given you the capacity to create from formless stuff. Just, I want this. And like Annette has said over and over, what you continually think about, because you've got to sustain the thought. It's not, oh, I have a positive thought about building a house, and then a negative thought in the next hour about not building it. Then you are, the work is in keeping that same positive thought.
Yes.
That same right thought. Yes. My house is being built. You don't know how, you don't have the money yet, you haven't bought the land, but my house is being built. Practice. Absolutely. First of all, you want to win, and knowing that you have won, not going to win. You have won because, hey, what do you mean by going to? So if something, comes up and there's a new law made, you say, oh, that means I can't win. No, that's a lie. If as a man thinks in his heart, so it does not matter what law the government, it doesn't matter. Yours will materialize. But nothing materializes except you think it first. You create it. I'm sitting on a chair. It was in somebody's head. There are zillions of kinds of chairs. This doesn't have 4 legs. This has something that's like under and has curved. It's not 4 legs. This was in somebody's mind. And then he put that mind, like the architect. The owner would tell the architect, this one I want, and that picture is being drawn on paper from his mind. And then builders make that thing that's in his head. That's one of the beautiful things about running a business. All your ideas, just bring your ideas and it works. And the last one, number 3, win. Just win. See it, think it, win. Have a desire to win, number 1. Know that you can win and then win. From where you are seated, your house is built. I'm not talking about woo-woo stuff. I'm talking about reality. Because your reality is not what you are holding. Your reality is what you are thinking. It's not what you're holding. It's what you are thinking. So because, you know why? Because we can't keep looking at the things that are seen. Because they are temporary. You have a notebook, it can be stolen. You have a phone, it can get lost, it can spoil, all kinds. But nobody can steal your thoughts from you. Nobody can take it from you. They can talk from now to tomorrow. You still have you're in the control room of thought. You have the decision to make. What Annette said to me, I don't want to do. You need to decide. Oh, but I was influenced by, she has a very strong influence. Anybody that's around her, she has this energy. I don't care what energy she has. You can be talking about her energy. That's not where I'm going. This is what I want to do. And even if I fail, I'm sticking with it. Even if it's not, it's my belief. Remember, meaning of faith is my belief. And we're talking about resilient thought processes. To just have a thought process, it must be strong. Can be flabby, flaky, or flashy. You can't be any of those. Well, I know I'll get a house someday. That's flabby. That's loose and lack. You don't have to go tell the world. In fact, don't tell anyone. But just know in your heart that this is going to happen. There's a carer that looks out for my mom. And she says, anytime I laugh like that, she's like, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. I say, yeah, it is dangerous. No.
Yeah.
And maybe I should dangerous.
Yes.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Can I add something, Kemi? And then I have a question as well. The notion of our thoughts, you were saying, we must first think something before it is manifested. One of the things, as I've read and learned over the years, one of the things that I hold on to as well is the notion that our thoughts come to us because heaven, God, the universe knows that they are possible through us. Heaven knows that the ideas that come to us, the thoughts that come to us, even for our businesses, they occur to us because we have, as you say, the capacity to make them happen in our lives and be of benefit to somebody else. And so, with that in mind, you use two words, equipped and capacity. Talk about the equipped part a little bit, because I got the feeling that they're somehow connected, if you don't mind.
No, not a problem. We have about 6.5 minutes left. So
Okay.
when you're equipped, is the word equipment. You want to build a table, you need a hammer, you need nails. Those are the pieces of
Yes.
equipment. You are internally equipped for whatever it is you desire. Because desire comes from within you and without you. Desire comes because you are, so let me explain it this way. No. So you talk to a 10-year-old, what do you want to be? Who do you want to become? Oh, I want to be a doctor.
Yes.
Or I want to be a builder. And every time he has his toys, he demolishes it, then puts it back together. Did he go to school? He's only 10. He did sit somewhere and it was taught. It's inside, it's innate. So he's equipped to be an engineer or an architect or a carpenter, if that's what he wants to be. He is already equipped. The reason I say you are equipped is because it's a synonym of ready. All those words are synonyms of ready, R-E-A-D-Y. Right. And when you are ready for something, you have what it takes to make it happen. But your thoughts are saying, oh, I've never been there before, I've never done it before, I've never gone before. Like people tell me, oh, they cannot do this video thing, they don't want to see. It's the way they are thinking. It's not that they can't, it's the way they are thinking. I look forward to people speaking because they're going to say something I have not thought of, I don't know, somehow. Also, you're being equipped causes you to have the capacity to do it because you have to have the knowledge. With that knowledge, you've got to understand that knowledge. And once you understand it, you're going to apply wisdom. So let me explain to you the digestive system of a cow. It has 4 bellies. It chews the grass the first time and it goes into the first belly. Then it regurgitates it and chews it again, and it goes to the omasum and the obamasum, the rumen, omasum and obamasum. And the rumen is where it's ruminate, is the word from which you get ruminate. So it's chewing over, that food is chewed again, it puts it back in there. Then some of it goes to the obamasum and the whatever sum. And some of it makes milk. The rest of it builds its body. Yes. So the knowledge is the grass that it's eating. The understanding is the breaking down, your digestive juices breaking down the food. That's understanding. Because that green grass, as it chewed it, cannot do anything for his body till it's broken down with its digestive juices, and that brings out the protein it needs, the bit that will make milk. And so you have to understand is the breaking down, is mentally breaking things down so that you understand. And then when it gets to the parts where it's the pancreas knows what it needs, the blood knows what it needs, that's wisdom. Because having wisdom means you know what to do with what you have. Just say, oh, Lawa, I have a notebook, I understand I can write in it, but are you going to, is wisdom going under the rain, opening it and writing in it because you understand that you can write in it? No, you have to wait for that word to become flesh, as it were, so that it's not words, it's you. It becomes you. So it flows out of you. It took me a while to understand that. One of my superpowers is talking. I don't need a notebook. I need dictionaries. I can talk from now to next week. I know what I'm talking about. It's a superpower that I did not go anywhere to learn. I'm equipped and I'm using it. So don't sit back. And not only do I talk powerfully. I've been told. I can't wait to be on global stages to just mess up
You certainly do. Yes, there is the power there. Listen,
that's the word power. You're equipped with the power to do what you are, what you are born to do, what you enjoy, what you are created to do. Don't you ever draw back from that. That will be a tragedy. And the people that will sit down, listen to you, that will never listen to me, they're missing out because you are afraid, you're not sure, maybe stop it. You are not created for you. You are equipped with what will help other people. Go help. Get up. Go help them. Go with that energy, that understanding. Have that resilient thought process that I'm coming to help. I'm coming to serve. I'm coming to support you. You are bigger than this. You are so powerful. You have not met how powerful you are. That you that's powerful, let me introduce you to you.
Yes.
And you know, the words will come. The plans will come.
Yes. Oh. I won't add anything to that. You've heard from the expert. I am here as the sidekick to also learn. And so we suggest today that if you really want more of this, join us at Sister Hold My Hand.
Yep.
This is what you have to look forward to. Women like Kemi who do this work, who join us in ensuring that your life can be all that it's meant to be, and have someone like Kemi help you along the way, support you along the way, guide you along the way, hold your hand along the way. This is what we do. We have experts of all kind in Sister Hold My Hand. For myself, I'm a regulatory and business compliance manager.
Yep.
That's what I do. I do legal and regulatory work. If your business needs assistance with regulatory affairs, I'm your person. But we're here today to talk about how your thought processes impact the way you live your life. Sister Hold My Hand can help you there.
Yep.
That's what we're there to do.
Yep.
And we're not limited to sisters. And we hope that our brothers will join us on other platforms. But if women are well, then their families are well also.
Yes.
And research shows that. So we're here to help our sisters grow. Kemi, anything else?
No, I'm good. I love the way you've ended that. That is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so very much, Annette, for joining me today. I appreciate it. We hope this episode has served you. Invite your friends. Share the link with them. The YouTube link, share it with them. Invite them. And don't forget to check us on sisterholdmyhand.com. We'll see you next week. Thank you.
See you next week. Take care. Thank you for having me, Kemi.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Bye-bye.